definitely don't come on camera unless it's something important, and this is definitely something important. I'm Jim Connors, JC. You typically tune in for interesting things with JC, and today I've got something in this box that we need to unpack and talk about real quick. Let's take a look. It's the Gold Davey Award. This is pretty cool. It's on the gloves, so I'm going to use them. It's definitely all about respect, right? Check this out. Super cool. Let's bring her out. Wow. So this here is the Gold Davey Award. I'm going to read it verbatim as to what's on there because I can't remember. 2024 Davey Awards, Jim Connors, JC, podcaster, uh, producer, editor, and host. Interesting Things with JC podcast series, educational. I wouldn't have this in my hands right now if it wasn't for each and every one of you that tunes in and listens to this program every single day or even weekly or periodically. I want to give a big thank you to the Davey Awards Committee. Every single one of those judges out there doing their hard work and trying to review and critique the content that's been put forward. I know you're doing it out of the love and passion that you have for all that is. And, you know, you and the Academy of Interactive and Visual Arts, it's is really sincerely appreciated accepting this award and the great honor that goes towards all the hard work. It's near 1,100 episodes, near 5,000 hours worth of content, and I'm producing those every single day. The fact checking, the cross referencing, trying to spotlight and illuminate stories that need to be told, or stories that are already popular, but maybe we need to get that out to a larger audience. So it's truly been my pleasure from an educational perspective to put this together on behalf of uh, Interesting Things with JC and Lifelong Learning. Podcast radio. Jerry Edwards, I wouldn't be in this position today if it wasn't for you. You picked up the series going back quite a few years now, and you put it on the Podcast Radio Network, which can be found now terrestrially over the air on many U.S. cities, and then also over in London on DAB Plus and throughout Europe and worldwide on the Podcast Radio Network. You took a chance on me, and I greatly appreciate you. We fit as a podcast series in that interstitial block, that core content block in between individual programs. And the content's also repurposable, so we can also get episodes directly onto social media as a podcaster trying to get by in the TikTok world. It's kind of really cool. Jerry, you invited me to hop on stage with you at one of the conferences and talk. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. I do look forward to a day when we can make that happen. Real quick, a big thank you to a dear friend of mine and a Semper Fi, to my buddy Rob. You pushed me to get started with this near 1,100 episodes ago, and I would not be in the same place today if it wasn't for you and your encouragement in those early days. And out to my family, keeping me going when I wanted to give up and not do this anymore. You said, just keep going. It's really hard to do these every day. It is. It wears on you after a while. But we sustain, we persevere, and you've kept me moving and squared away. I thank you. And my kids, you come with some of the best ideas. You want to talk about or learn more about things, and you bring content to the table. And I'm very happy to make sure that I produce something that goes out to the entire world, but also helps add to the curriculum that you have at schools. And regarding schools, that's a bond I really want to grow a little bit more. We've had a lot of fantastic outreach from homeschoolers that want certain topics covered, and it is my pleasure to work with them. And I do look forward to a day when I could work more closely, let it be with colleges or schools, institutions, on producing content in the vein of Interesting Things with JC that meets your curriculum and criteria. So if anyone out there ever has an idea for a podcast episode, please feel free to reach out at any time. This is a royalty-free podcast. I do not get paid to do this, and I am not AI. I'm a real guy with a real voice, and as you see today, it's my true honor to have this in hand. So with that being said, Feel free to slide into my DMs with your ideas and suggestions for episodes. And to the Academy of Interactive and Visual Arts and the Davey Awards Committee and crew, thank you so much for honoring the podcast series, honoring me. And this is so cool, man. These are interesting things with JC.